Baseline.
Baseline has been accused of being AI propaganda. And you know, I get it. Some people are frightened of AI. I'm seeing that fear turn to activism, which, if we look at history, turn into both intellectual and physical sabotage.
Make you question everything.
We've seen this before with every technology shift. But the real question is why? Why are people seeing AI this way? Why does it feel like we're being pushed one way or the other? I want to unpack it and I want to get to the truth. And to do that, I need to tell you a story.
And that story starts right back in 1994. You still watch The Apprentice, right? So you'll know Alan Sugar. Before he was firing people in the boardroom, he made his money selling Vigeland computers to schools. And that's where this story begins, sitting in front of a Vigeland computer in 1994. I was a student at school and we had a computer room where all the computers were kept so the students could use them. And the one thing that people used was the Encarta software. It was an encyclopedia of information all on a CD. I'd strum the digital guitars, classic computer fun. Mid-90s style. One day some students were joking around, I think making rude pictures on the computers, trying to be funny. And I had this idea. I jumped onto Microsoft Paint, grabbed a pair of clip art eyes, and above them I wrote in bold text, probably the Impact font, "Big Brother is watching." I printed it and I stuck it on the wall with blue tack. The next day it was shown in assembly. The teachers wanted to know who did it, but I kept quiet. This is the first time I've told this story. Gangster. I thought I was being clever about a joke about surveillance, obviously inspired by George Orwell's 1984. But here we are, 30 years later, having the exact same conversation. Except now, instead of Big Brother, it's AI. And the question is, are we somehow being manipulated? Every major technology shift comes with a narrative. The internet was going to connect us all. Social media was going to bring people together. AI, it's being framed both as the greatest breakthrough in history and the biggest existential threat to humanity. And whenever you see extreme narratives like this, you have to think, who benefits? But here's something else that happens with every major technology shift. There's always activism against it. When the printing press was invented, the elites feared that it would spread misinformation. When electricity started replacing gas lamps, people protested that it was dangerous and unnatural. The Luddites literally smashed the looms because they thought automation would destroy their jobs. And now we're seeing AI activism everywhere. Hollywood strikes against AI-generated content. Writers, artists, musicians are fighting AI's impact on the creative industry. Warnings from AI pioneers themselves. Jeffrey Hinton, Elon Musk, the Pause AI movement. There's a reason why people vary. AI is very powerful, but it doesn't automatically mean control. So the real question is, are we fighting the right battles? Have you noticed how much AI content is flooding the internet? LinkedIn, YouTube, mainstream media, AI is now everywhere. Is it organically happening? Or is the force that's driving it forward that maybe we can't see? Since 2022, people searching for AI jobs has increased by over 700% in 3 years. LinkedIn posts about AI get 40% more engagement than non-AI posts. Big tech is putting billions, if not trillions, into AI technology. Nvidia, OpenAI, DeepMind from Google, Meta's Llama, Amazon, Anthropic. The more people that believe AI is the future, the more valuable it becomes. And if the public conversation is controlled, then so is adoption. And this is why I ask on my podcast the same question. Is AI leading us to utopia or dystopia? Because that's the real debate. Are we blindly walking into a future that we can't possibly understand? Or is AI actually elevating humanity as we speak? But it's clear something is up. Everybody has to remember, AI is not a being. It's not thinking. It's not plotting, it isn't sentient. It's an algorithm trained on data, optimizing what word, what letter, what pixel comes next. The question isn't whether AI has an agenda. The question is, do the people behind AI have an agenda? We don't have to accept the hype, and we don't have to give in to fear. The solution is critical thinking, understanding AI, not just reacting to it. 3 things we should all be doing. Question the narrative. Is this real progress, or are we in a hype cycle? Follow the money. Who benefits if you blindly trust AI? And once you find who that is, focus on validating what it's telling you and what's coming out of AI. And learn how it actually works. Because if you understand AI, you won't be manipulated or frightened of it. So what do you think? Is it all being overhyped? Or is this just genuine progress? And more importantly, is AI leading us to utopia or dystopia? I asked this question to everybody on my podcast, and now I'm asking you. Drop your answer in the comments and join in the discussions. And if you want real conversations about AI, not fear or hype, but reality, subscribe to Baseline. Because the truth about AI is, it's still being written.